Catus Maximus here, this time with a real quick review of the Harbor Freight Steel Back Surface Prep Steel Wire Brush. You know, I had done a video about the best tool deal at the dollar store, which is this wire brush right here. And it's still a pretty decent deal. The similar ones from Harbor Freight are actually just a bit over $1, I think $1.69. This is 89 cents. It actually beats the dollar store by 11 cents. They're two different styles of brushes. This one's really good. It has much stiffer bristles. Really is better for surface prep because it's flat, gives you a wider surface, you have a bit more brush to work on. This is better for all sorts of other utility uses. The reason it's not so great for surfaces because it's much narrower, less surface area, and the wires are real long, so they tend to get really bent over pretty quickly. But these are just great for all sorts of utility brushwork. I must have glossed over these a million times and just never really bothered to pick one up until today. And really, for the price, you're getting a decent, for 89 cents, you're getting a decent handle. It's actually a fairly rigid frame back on this. I'm kind of surprised about that. More than rigid enough to really scrape with this quite firmly. It does appear to have brass-coated bristles, so they won't rust super fast on you, especially if you're, you add in a little bit of water or something to help clean up a surface. And even on top of all that, they even have like this little protector over the bristles so they don't get bent up during shipping. So it's actually kind of surprising, and it is probably one of Harbor Freight's best deals, to tell you the truth, because these things at 89 cents, if you order Harbor Freight tools online, just get 5 or 10 of them, and they'll just be great for cleaning up lawnmowers, automotive, just all the kind of stuff you would use wire brushes for. But these are cheap, and they're actually the kind of narrow, long bristles will really, and the fact that they're crinkled, will really do a pretty effective job. One other thing I was going to say is for dogs and cats, surprisingly enough, they work pretty well. You got to be careful of any long wires, but for some reason my cat really likes just a real firm brush here. And so this tool definitely is cat approved. Actually, that's a lot more effective on cats than I even realized. Look at that. One trick I learned about wire bristle brushes is you can use an air compressor in one of those air nozzles, and it actually works pretty well for blowing stuff out that's all caught up in between the bristles. Another nice aspect of these is the long bristles really get into tighter areas, so something like threads. For some reason, I've never had great luck. I really have to scrape pretty hard with one of these types of brushes, and it always kind of wants to get caught up, and it's never been a real easy experience, surprisingly enough. And a brush like this is actually much better, much easier to use because it's just a little bit narrower, and it really gets right into the root of those threads, as we can see right there. It's actually really good for that purpose. Anyway, I want to do a little review of this. It's 38491, and I'll put the part number in the description. Anyway, I really appreciate everybody watching and subscribing. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. Until next time, Catus Maximus out.